Test Kitchen with some special guests this
Absolutely,
week, right,
man.
Mark?
Some lifelong friends.
Introduce our lifelong friends.
Well, we got Ken Haidaris from the Sunrise Inn, him and his family. The Haidaris has been in Warren, Ohio since forever.
Rover was
we got Nikki Frankos here from the Buena Vista, famous Buena Vista. What's your motto?
If the colonel had a recipe, he'd been a general.
Absolutely.
Right, that's
so
right.
some lifelong friends.
And you used
These
to
are the
work
only two Greeks that Pesto knows. That's why I'm here. You don't know anybody else.
He used to work there, right?
I used to work with Kenny
He
for
transformed our restaurant. That's
Oh,
all I'm going to
that's
say
very kind of
because we're keeping it short, right?
I understand.
We got a timer on.
We're going to do some Greek Easter.
We're gonna do.
type
You know,
food.
I grew up with my uncle married into a Greek family. My Aunt Sandy, who I treasure to this day, and Yaya, her mom, and I learned a lot about Greek food and the passion for the flavors and everything. Just like Italian, just like Mexican, everybody's got that passion about food, and I carry it on to this day. Grape leaves. Best midnight snack you'll ever have.
Is that right?
Cold right out of the refrigerator.
Little lemon. We eat with yogurt sometimes. You do with the yogurt?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to give it a go, and if we don't do it right, these two guys are going to.
I think they're going to know.
I think they're going
to know.
All right, very good. What are we making today? You told us about the grape
Two of the
leaves.
classics, pastitsio, and we're making dolmas.
Okay.
So pastitsio is Greek lasagna, as we know it, and then dolmas are grape leaves. And you see grape leaves in a lot of different places, especially the Greek festivals. Some Greek restaurants offer them, some non-Greek restaurants offer them. So two of my favorites.
Kind of like cabbage rolls, but Greek style.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. A lot smaller.
Has anyone ever rolled a grape leaf before?
Sure. Millions.
No.
Okay, not me, not you.
My mother does them all the time.
We're gonna do them today, though.
I think
I wish my mom was here.
I wish they have a machine that you can actually buy,
Really?
like a sushi roller, but it's a grape leaf roller.
All right.
I haven't seen it.
All right, let's turn around, guys. You ready to cook?
Yeah, let's get some. You got a couple sauces.
So we're going to start with the rice. Kenny's going to start with the rice. We have a nice heavy cast skillet right here, and you're going to start with the onions, and go ahead and throw those onions in, and you're going to start with the meat sauce, the Greek meat sauce for the pastitsio. So if you want to throw them in there, and as always, we always want to hear that sound, that sizzle.
Listen to that sizzle,
and
folks.
that's what we want to hear. So that, and then Kenny hit that, Nikki hit that with a pinch of salt, because the salt draws out all the moisture in the onions. Okay? So you're working on that, and a lot of the key flavors comes from a lot of different herbs. So you have mint, you have dill, you have flat leaf parsley, and scallion. So Kenny, why don't you go ahead and drop all those in?
My mom has mint in the backyard.
Well, it can take over your house.
Oh, I know.
It can definitely take over your house.
Grows.
So when I grew up on Parkwood Stewart Circle, we had mint. We brought it home from my grandma Rosanna's house, and we had mint completely surround the house.
And when you have a bad stomach, you get the mint and you chew on it, and it fixes your stomach.
Perfect. Go ahead and add the rest of those. You want to go ahead and add, so we have a combination over here for the Greek meat sauce of ground lamb and ground beef. So if you want to dump that in right there.
That smells good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Oh, God.
Garlic in a little first?
Yeah, you can put some garlic in first. Absolutely.
Let's keep the garlic
I don't know how you like the garlic. I like the slivered garlic.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'd like to put it on with the onions. I think it's gives a little bit more.
Yeah, you get all those
You
aromatic
saw
smells.
Goodfellas when he sliced it real
We're not doing it that fine
Okay,
like
not that
Polly.
fine, okay.
I mean, Polly did a great job on that, and it does work. It melts into the
It does
sauce.
caramelize, doesn't it?
So I think
you
you're
like
ready.
that word, caramelize? Huh?
Caramelization. I think you're ready to go ahead and add the rice.
Okay.
So you can either use short grain rice or long grain rice. It's just on your preference.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
So now we're going to toss that in the oil, coat it in the oil, get a little toast on it. When it starts to smell a little nutty, we're going to make these vegan style. I know you grew up with, they added lamb.
Yep.
You grew up adding lamb, but we know with dietary lifestyles now,
Yeah,
I
I
think
get
it's
it.
important that we
Sure.
take care of those folks, because
Yep.
it's a big part of the dining community. That is Greek oregano. And that
you
stuff
put
is
some
fantastic.
there?
Put as much or as little as you like. Okay?
You know, it's
Now-
funny. My grandmother lived till 90. She ate meat. They ate everything. The old timers, you
Right,
know. So
right.
something's wrong.
Just like my Greek, my big Greek wedding.
My fag, yeah.
Yeah.
We got Windex over here too, so we're ready just
So
in
now
case.
we're going to deglaze, and again, I'm using vegetable stock for this. We're going to deglaze this.
Not
Now,
chicken, vegetable.
usually when you cook rice, it's 2-to-1. So you have 1 part rice, 2 parts liquid. We're going to only add 1 part of the liquid and bring that to a boil and let that cook to al dente, because then we're going to cover the grape leaves in more of that vegetable stock.
Yep.
My God, you can smell that already.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Greek oregano is so fragrant.
Absolutely.
It really is different. When you buy
You got this
commercial,
up all the way, Pesto?
I have it up all the way. When you buy commercial oregano, it just doesn't have that aromatic smell or flavor.
I mean,
Whether
you
it's
can smell
Mex-
that. We can't smell
Oh,
that.
are you kidding me?
It's fantastic.
Yep.
Whether you buy Mexican, Greek, or Sicilian is
You're
one of
not
my
ready for
favorite.
the lemon yet, are you?
Go ahead, add the lemon.
Yeah,
in.
we're
You
doing
want to
lemon.
squeeze some lemon? Those mitts, you should be able to crush that lemon.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be gentle, you know? That's a kinder, gentler Greek, you know?
Okay. So now Nick is adding all that beautiful ground lamb and ground beef. Go to your butcher. I like to have it coarse ground, so ask him to grind it fresh versus fine ground because it gives you a little bit more texture when you're having that pastitsio. I don't know how you like to make it or your mom made it. So who made this? Yaya? Yaya made this. And so when Yaya was making this, what were the men doing?
Outside drinking ouzo, eating cheese, tomatoes, olives, and doing the lamb on the spit.
Yep. So doing the lamb on the spit. Now, when you did the lamb on the spit, was that a process leading up to that day?
Oh, absolutely. Like me and Kenny were talking about earlier with you guys, you know, back in the day, the lambs were their little pets for the spring, right? And all the little kids grew up with the lambs and all that stuff, and all of a sudden...
So it was like a little petting zoo at first?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden...
One day, hey, where did you go?
They're going like, well, where the hell's the lambs? I mean, where's the little baby lambs at? Oh, they got away.
They ran away.
They run away. You know?
So it's like my grandmother Zanos, same thing with rabbits.
Yeah.
So for rabbit cacciatore.
Right. Yeah. So in the back, they're going around in circles.
All right.
And my dad took the celery stalk and put the Italian dressing, and then we cut little pieces off and chew. It was good. It was good.
Go ahead and add the tomato paste, add the ground tomatoes, and you know, one thing, either you like it or you don't with this dish, is the cinnamon. I prefer it because I like the sweet, savory component to it, and that cinnamon has a little bit of savory. So instead of using ground cinnamon, we're going to use a fresh cinnamon stick, and the cinnamon is actually the bark of a tree, if you don't know that, and it's the bark of the Ceylon tree. So
really?
Yes, it is. So,
I just thought you got it at one of the grocery stores. I didn't know all that.
You can. You absolutely can. So Nikki's adding those tomatoes. We're going to season that with salt and pepper. Yours is getting ready to be done.
Yep.
And we're going to come back after the break, and we're going to assemble the grape leaves. We're going to teach you how to roll a grape leaf for the first time. You love cigars. So you're going to love that. And my brother, you love making pastitsio. So you're going to assemble the pastitsio. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to go from there.
Great thing is, as long as I was in the restaurant business, you taught me more about Scharfenberger chocolate. I almost killed him a couple times. I get the invoice. He put all this fancy stuff.
It's a fancy chocolate out of St.
But anyway, he taught me a lot.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Take your time with that. How long do you got to do all this, Mark?
Well, like I said, you want to bring this up to al dente, and you only want to use one part of the broth that you're using. And if you're not a vegan, go ahead and use chicken stock, use lamb stock, use ground lamb for it. You just want to cook that to al dente, and then it makes it easier to roll as well when we're rolling the grape leaves. And then when we add that broth on top of them, as you'll see in one of the next steps, it's going to soak in.
All right, so let's keep these guys working.
Let's keep them working.
We'll flip around and look at this camera.
Hey guys,
and then that'll be it. And then we'll take our little break, and then we'll come back later on the show. Bottom of the hour. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, more from Pesto's Test Kitchen in just a little bit. Back to us. Back in Pesto's Test Kitchen with our guys. This is Nick from Buena Vista. This is Ken from Sunrise Inn. They're our resident Greek people.
Yeah, and then we have our team back here from Bistro.
And we're rolling grape leaves.
And it's a community thing.
Yeah. But first you have to teach them about the grape leaves.
We do. Like you said, your grandmothers used to always have the grape leaves, and they would grow them and pick them, and then they would blanch them in boiling salted water.
My mom has her own grapevine in the backyard.
Yeah, I got to do that one day. I'll get to that. I'll get there.
She'll show you.
We just bought the house a couple years ago.
real good at that.
But if you don't have that option, you can buy a great. Go on to your favorite Greek retailer, or go on to one of the online shopping places. Get some. They're going to be in a brine. So with that brine, that's a great brand. The Orlando brand is great. But you want to rinse them really, really well because it's got like citric acid on it, and it'll be a little bit too lemony in flavor, and it's got some other chemicals on it to preserve the integrity of the leaf. But you want to destem them, okay? So once we destem, we have our rice, we have our grape leaves rolled out, and it's like rolling a cigar, guys, right? So you want to take
anything else you're going to roll.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to take.
I'm talking about different kind of cigars or cigarettes.
Exactly. So we're going to fold over the edges of the grape leaves, and it's going to be just like rolling a mini burrito, in my case.
Mini burrito.
From our back in our days, where?
At Chi-Chi's.
Back in our days.
Is that how we did it back then?
There's a couple different ways of Chi-Chi's. Chi-Chi's, I used to do it like this, pinch over, pull from the middle, and just tightly roll.
Okay.
And so you can roll them as big or as small as you want, depending, it depends on how big your fingers are, Mr. Haidaris.
Yeah, this is your first time doing it, right?
Just so you know, you see this blue bracelet, it's a Greek mati. It wards off all the evil spirits.
Nice. Oh,
seriously.
I like seeing it by you.
While we're filling, now the big thing is too, you want to take your heavy bottom pan that you're going to be baking this, and you want to line the bottom with grape leaves. So we're going to come over here to Nico. Nico's working on the pastitsio. The meat sauce came out great, brother.
Thanks, sir.
It came out great. So what do you do now?
Well, we just take our pastas, we put it right in here, then we incorporate the meat sauce into our pasta with a little Romano cheese and Mark sauce. We mix this up good.
Now, do you put a little bit on the bottom first and then some on the top?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
So just like we do with as far as your grape leaves go, we want to put some on the bottom so we don't scorch it up.
Now, one thing, we did bechamel for an Italian lasagna a couple weeks ago. This is the same bechamel, but when it comes off the stove, we add whole eggs into it, and we whisk those eggs in. We temper the eggs in because it's going to create more of a thick custard on top of that pastitsio.
And you, Nick, you said this was at your restaurant every once in a while.
Yes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come over.
We'll come on over, cuz.
Call me.
Yeah, that's great. When do you do that?
Yeah, whenever we get a.
So do you make like moussaka as well?
Moussaka and pastitsio mostly.
Which moussaka is what?
That would be eggplant. Now you're talking about Italian lasagna and Greek lasagna. That's more of a traditional thing, where the Italians have the meat and all that stuff. This is a very thinly sliced potato, eggplant, in your meat like this, and you layer it.
It's like
Fantastic.
potato and eggplant.
It's outstanding. It really is.
It really is.
And,
You brown your potatoes first. You put them on the grill and brown a little olive
now,
oil,
obviously, do you ever do souvlaki? Do you ever do keftedes?
Well, here and there, souvlaki a little bit. Obviously we have the gyros and stuff like that at the restaurant.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, my mother makes a keftada. She puts, they call it, in Greek they call it yozma, but like the mint, and boy, that was a lot. I roll this one terribly, folks.
That's fine. Put it in there.
Good Terrell.
Go ahead and put those in
Terrell
there.
did it. You sure you're not
Trayvon?
Greek? I think he's part Greek, folks.
Now, Trayvon, once you're done layering those in, we're going to put, again, we're making for our vegan-friendly crowd, we're going to put the vegetable stock over the top. And then, Kenny, like you said, and a lot of Greek families do, put a little tomato, whether it's fresh diced tomato, a little bit of tomato concasse, or some crushed tomato, put that on top as well. We're going to cover that. We're going to bake it in the oven at 350 to 375 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes, along with this great pastis. Nikki, you're killing this pastitsio over here, man. I love all the layers that we're building.
My mother, just so you know, when she bakes it, she puts a plate on top. I don't know why. She puts the leaves on top.
There's a reason for everything.
Yeah.
There's a reason for everything.
Tradition.
Now I could eat it just like this.
Oh, absolutely.
Now it's ready to go, right?
Yeah.
Well, not quite ready because we got a couple more steps.
I mean, it could be.
It could be. We're going to put more meat sauce on top, that beautiful Greek meat sauce with that cinnamon and Greek oregano, and then he's going to cover it in the bechamel. And that is going to create that custardy top. So you have all those different textures, layers of flavors. You have the richness from the meat sauce, and you get to the creaminess of the bechamel. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to cover and wrap that as well.
And always remember, if you're using whole cinnamon sticks, make sure you take them out before you make your pie.
Which we did. We did, right?
When my sister got married, my mom and everybody rolled 4,000 of these for the appetizers. It was incredible.
Can you imagine what they roll at the Greek festivals?
Oh, I don't. And they're great. The food at the Greek fest is
And
really
let me guess,
good.
they were all gone by the time the
Oh,
wedding
yeah.
was over.
Yeah, who wants the other stuff,
Again, these two things late night, if you've had a couple of cocktails or a couple glasses of wine, are your best late night snacks you'll ever have. Like a cold piece of lasagna or a cold piece of pastitsio. Absolutely
Oh, that's
fantastic.
great. Nick, you're doing good with that, cuz.
Because,
All right, you keep going. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll cut some slices. We already have some made.
Yeah.
We'll eat it. We'll enjoy and test things out. You guys good with that? You good? You good?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait for the grape leaves.
All right.
They're vegetarian grape leaves.
Commercial time. We'll be back. All right, we are back at our big fat Greek Easter.
Wow.
Things are looking good, and we're not talking about us because we got slim and trim.
This is just part
You're
of it.
half Greek, right?
And,
How about you, Trayvon? Half Trayvoni in Greek.
So get them
Tell
up to
them, brother.
speed if people are just tuning in.
Well, we just got the pastitsio out of the oven. We cut it a little bit too early. I recommend you let it sit for about 30 minutes
Fell apart
so
a
it can
little.
sit up. It's fell apart a little bit, but
we're
can live
hungry.
with that.
We're hungry.
So Nikos, please. The grape leaves.
The grape leaf reveal.
The grape leaf reveal. Look at
at that.
these.
Look at that.
Those are much nicer rolled than what we did, boy. Jeez.
And then-
Ours look like a Chinese fire drill. for
Talk
crying
about
out
this a
loud.
little bit.
Talk about your sesame bread over there.
My mother bakes New Year's bread and Easter bread. She bakes a coin in the bread, so when you cut it, and I don't know where that coin's going to be, but say you cut a slice and you toast it. It's like a sweet bread, and I don't know where the coin is, but when you get it, it's good luck. You got a toaster here? In all this big
Yeah.
kitchen, you got a toaster?
We have a
It's one of
toaster.
them fancy ones.
It's
too,
my
that you
it's
can't
my
figure out how to work.
Nico's knee.
And on Easter, well, then they also put the egg in there too.
Oh, we put the egg and then we crack the eggs. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I got some grape leaves for
Oh,
you,
yeah.
buddy. There you go.
Yeah, we
now,
cracked
these are
it.
also scorching hot, so
Yeah.
they shouldn't be this hot when you eat them, but I don't care.
So we
because
have
they
a
look good.
contest. Remember, Nick, you get the egg and everybody cracks them. Whoever has the one that's not cracked wins. My cousin Dino one year made a chalk egg, and of course he won because nothing would break. You know, he was nuts.
Is that good luck for him or bad luck for cheating?
Oh, who knows? He was a character. He's a
So
character.
what do we say in Greek when we're getting ready to eat?
Yeah. Prayer, just a quick prayer.
Really? Yasu up.
Okay,
Fine,
Yasu
yeah.
up.
No, you
On Christmas, on Easter Day, you'd say Christos Onesti.
Christ-
That means
Christ is
Christ is risen.
Amen.
And then you answer
then
back.
you salute, Christos Onesti.
Alistos Anesti.
And then you salute, and everybody starts eating.
Who did the cooking in your place?
My mother,
When you were little.
my grandmother, my yaya.
Always? Like
Always.
did the whole thing? Didn't
Easter,
let you in the
yes.
kitchen at all? Like,
Easter, yes, absolutely.
How about for you guys?
Oh, my dad cooked the lamb outside
That's
on the
it, yeah.
spit, and my mother made these kind of things. So.
Yeah. How about you, Marcus?
My Greek aunt and
Yeah?
Yaya, my
And
aunt
she
Sandy.
did it.
She did everything. Well, just the whole family pitched in, and it was just an amazing experience, between the lamb, the pastitsio, the galatamburico,
Oh.
spanikopita, tiropita, souvlakia, all those great dishes that I still hold deep in my heart, and I'm Italian.
And this is why you see no skinny Greek
27.5%.
people, folks. There ain't no skinny. I don't know skinny Greek. Do you?
No.
Except Levoni over here. You're skinny, man.
Do you think eventually we'll lose some of this? Do you think eventually the yayas will go and we'll lose some of this?
Well,
hope
yeah,
not.
unfortunately, yeah, but we're like in our family, we're trying to pass some of these on
Yeah.
because if not, we lose it.
Yeah, we lose it.
And it's a shame,
All right, so
The
what do you
Greek-
think, Mike Case?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
I'm going to try the grape leaf next.
Try the grape leaf.
Yeah.
I'm going to try the
It's
grape
like
leaf.
1,000 degrees.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Well, that's
If we spit this out on camera, folks, don't get offended.
Are you supposed to use your fork?
No,
Oh,
but they're hot.
they are hot. What do you think?
Grape leaves are delicious.
Oh, man.
They need a touch of lemon.
Oh.
Even vegan.
Oh,
Ken, what do you think?
That's great. It's great. I wouldn't normally. I like the lamb in there, But that's really good. Salt, pepper.
I like the lemon.
The Greeks we eat it with yogurt on it. Believe
Yeah,
it or not, plain
absolutely.
yogurt. And the Greek yogurt faya means eat. F-A-G-E means eat. So
Yeah, and that's why they have that brand.
yeah. Oh, it's really brilliant.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's get it in.
Okay.
That was a
All
good
right.
segment, you guys. That was a
Yeah.
lot today.
Here's to my friends. Thank
What
you
do
so
we eat
much.
next week? What do we got next week here? We'll be back.
Salads are going
Oh
to
yeah. I like salads.
Cheers, everybody. Have a happy Easter to you and your families.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah, soup.
yes.